joining us. As above, so below. We're talking about moon energy, lunar energy. Thank you so much for being with us on today, and thank you so much for many of you guys for your patience. And we are definitely getting your orders together. I want to say to each and every one of you guys that be notified. If you do not know, my name is Apostle Ely. I am the pastor and apostle of Apostolic Faith of Jesus Christ Incorporated, and my beliefs are deeply rooted in African tradition. I want to say salutations to my brothers and sisters out here in these spiritual streets. What's up there, Minister Mario, son of Ochosi Crown? What's up, Shamari, my cancer from Chicago, Chi-Town? We got Kiera Cloud, Pisces in the house. Come on through. She said, Apostle with the live. Yes, sir. Unveiling. And what's up there, my Pisces? Once again, we want to say salutations to each and every one of you guys, whether you're in Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, Lukumi, Congo, Palo, Santeria, Mystic, Aj, it does not matter. I want to talk about something today that, I mean, it's going on a lot, and y'all know, like, I keep it real. What's up there, my baby Scorpio, Keisha in the house? I like to keep it real. Now, I want to say to my Christian buddies, these are the cards that I read from Technology of the Soul, 72 Names of God. I didn't want to do this on TikTok. First, I was going to do it on TikTok, but I decided not to do it on TikTok because I want to have a rational conversation. A lot of times we have too many people chiming in on TikTok that really don't care about what we're talking about, and they just try to get stuff all off of the marker. I want to help in a way because, all right there, Danielle Gregory, my Alabama Aquarius, and then I got Lydia, all right there, Oshun in the house, yeah, babe. Thank you so much to each and every one of you. I want to talk about something today that I feel that is going to help a lot of people and be able to utilize your spirituality, your knowledge of life and your own personal experience. And this gonna be kind of a different live today because it's gonna be I want input. I mean, you guys give input, but I want to talk about something that I really want, some things I don't know that I'm still learning, and I want to share it today. What's up, Mama Susan, Gemini in the house? I want to say hello to Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Aquarius, Cancer, Capricorn, Leo, Sagittarius, Scorpio, Libra, and Virgo. All right, hello everybody. Thank you for chiming in. Thank y'all for hitting them like buttons and sharing and all that good stuff. I appreciate that. And once again, we thank God for conscious spirituality because I couldn't do it without him. All right, now my subject is what's up, Karen O'Brien, Gemini. Remember, I'm going to say this. I will try to preface this. I've been doing spirituality since I was a kid. I'm 50 years old. I'm a Sagittarius. My moon is in Aries. My rising sign is Pisces. And one thing that I am learning in spirituality, I cannot utilize or put my own personal opinions on people, places, and things because we're not all alike and everybody deal with things very differently, okay? But because we're dealing with moon energy and emotions, I want to tackle something today. What's up there, Chastity? My Leo in the house. I want to tackle something that either you're dealing with or somebody that you're close with dealing with. And I believe people lack tools. They lack understanding. They lack the ability to investigate. I'm just be straight up with y'all. Like, I don't care what I'm going through. I'm a proactive person. And then if I'm in a situation where something miscellaneous has happened, then what I try to do is I try to break it down to what I can handle. As Whitney say, brick by brick, step by step. I approach stuff. I make whatever I'm dealing with. I use the example. If I got $100 I need to get, I go out there. If I get 20. Now I realize I ain't got but 80 to get. Then after a while I may get 10 or 5. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to break down till I get to that 100. I'm not just going to sit there and stare at that $100. Oh my God, where I'm going to get 100. That's not how I do stuff, okay? And I realize when it comes to magic, energy and our thoughts apply in our magic. What's up there, Natasha Foster? All my Aquarius from North Carolina in the house. Yes, we are. So I want to talk about exposing the silent war. And it goes on emotionally and mentally with a lot of people. We have a lot of brothers and sisters out here that are suffering, as they say, in silence, because either they are unaware of what's going on with them. They have not dealt with certain things. That's why I personally do not believe in sweeping things up under the rug. I'm a type of person, whether you like what I gotta say, I express how I feel. I don't necessarily harbor ill will I'm a get back person, but whatever I've got a problem with, I've already reconciled with it. I've vented about it. I've addressed it. I don't just walk around with rage on the inside of me, even though I'm going to get back. That's just how I am. What's up there, Karen Cartwright? And when we're trying to solve problems in life, I want to talk about something today. I'm going to be talking about anxiety, right? From a biblical perspective. Universal energy. I still believe everything is energy. Yeah, I believe that emotions are energy. Emotion. That's what emotions is to me. So it doesn't matter what type of emotion it is. I believe that thoughts have a lot to do with our spirituality and our divinity. And I think that a lot of people don't investigate enough about who they are or where these thoughts come from. You know, when people doing work on you, whether it's through a skull or a coconut they don't utilize, and you don't let people bombard your mind or whatever, it can be a plethora of things. It can be unresolved issues. It can be you open your mind to too many outlets and too many other people's thought that has dominated your own personal personality. It can be a lot of things. That's why divination is important. People being able to read and see is so important. What's up there, Tree Rhonda? My Aries in the house. So I want to talk about something. I'm first going to start. I'm gonna give you the definition of anxiety first of all, so we'll be clear what we're talking about. So whether you use my oil of gladness, whether you use Blockbuster, love incense, whether you use mental clarity or your ancestor incense, I want us to benefit from things, but from a logical perspective. And guess what? If your heart is overwhelmed, you know, like I tell people all the time, when you understand your energy, especially Capricorn or Cancer or Aquarius or Leo, these are energies that intertwine with each other because they're on the same line. And Saturn is all about dealing with your phobias and your fears, things that you fear or you fret. These are the things, when you don't know how to resolve those issues, they still linger in the ether. They still linger in the astral plane. And if you don't cast those imaginations down, they will become your Freddy Krueger, your Jason, or your Chucky in your life. So spirituality is not just mental therapy as in a physical therapist, but it is also understanding the mechanics of your thinking, your mind, how you think, how you process information, how you process your emotions. Because this has a lot to do with how you manifest and show up in this world, okay? So anxiety is intense, excessive, and persistent worry and fear. To have anxiety means that you have made it a full-time job to worry and to fear about what, and it says right here, everyday situation. When you are consumed with everyday situation, no wonder you have anxiety. But that means that you're obsessing over things, okay? It says fast heart rate, rapid breathing, sweating, and feeling tired may occur. Now, I'm going to be starting with Philippians, the 4th chapter, 6 through 7. Y'all know I be here for it. Now, when people working on you, and like I told you guys, when you don't do certain cleansings and certain protection work, and your mind is open, and you know that people are speaking negative things to your mind, to your energy, to your spirit, and you're not constantly combating that thing, or you just letting your mind wander, which is, it's like a parent letting a child wander. You know, the average one of us, if we see a child in a mall or in a store and they just wandering around, their parent, we gonna have a problem with the parent, not the child. When you let your mind wander and you are not really guarding it and you're not really focused on what's coming in and what's going out, that is you being neglectful of your own state of mind. And I'm just like, I want to help, but I want, after I share this, I want us to interact, because what do you do and what have you learned to do, how to deal with anxiety? Philippians, the 4th chapter, 6 through 7. It says this: be careful or be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, let our requests be made known unto God. So right here, it is, what's up, Farmers in the house? To me, having a methodology to how you deal with day-to-day circumstances. Now, let me explain something to y'all. I don't care what you practice, whatever you do. Trace an item, yes, an item. If you don't have a purpose for yourself, people will make purpose for you. If you don't have your own pace, people will create a pace for you. When I say pace, I'm talking about how you run your race. That's your pace. Low, fast, quick, don't matter. You need to understand who you are and how you show up in this thing called life. It also says in verse 7, the peace of God, which passeth all understanding, shall keep your hearts and mind through Christ Jesus. So this lets me know that just like in the ATRs, we have certain coverings and things we do with our head to protect our head. In order to keep peace or have peace, first of all, you need to understand what peace is. It is free from disturbance. If your mind is disturbed or easily disturbed, then how you going to stay in peace? And then when you don't, it says in verse, it says that this peace is supposed to keep your heart and mind. The purpose of keeping your peace is to making sure that your mind is stable and your emotions are stable. Because with your heart you believe, with your mind you meditate and you focus. This is the train or the depot where all your thoughts come through and project, and also thoughts that come in. If you're not a good conductor of your mind, then you don't know who's at your train station, who boarding your train station, whether it's a spirit, whether it's an ancestor, whether it's a god, a goddess, or whether it's an enemy or a foe. And sir and ma'am, from my personal perspective, that is a personal responsibility, because that ain't nobody mind but you. Just like we say, you got a right to speak your mind, even though it may be with consequences. When you are going through in life and you are excessively focusing on and worry and fearful, you bring your own self in an anxiety. Okay? What do we do? How do we do? Then we got Matthew, because I want to explain this first. Matthew, the 6th chapter, the 34th verse. We're talking about emotions. Fear is an emotion. Worry is an emotion. And from my experiences, the more people see the power of God from what I'm looking at, the more they get out of stuff, the more they worry about stuff. The more God delivered them out of their affliction, the more they fear affliction. Like, it doesn't make them have more confidence. It makes them have less confidence. I'm thinking signs, wonders, and miracles going to make you actually believe God more. And in some people's cases, they start believing God even less, in the sense of being comforted, being at peace, and not allowing other things to disturb that peace that God gave. See, it's one thing when you create your own peace. It's another thing when God give you an ancestor or spirit. When they're doing things to make sure that you are at peace, that you know that you're not alone, when they let you know that you're going to be provided for. Guess what? I get frustrated like everybody else. But there's a peace that I know that everything's still going to work out. There's an underlying peace in everything that I go through. There's a seam that I understand. They say a silver lining. I understand that all things work together for the good of them that love God. If you are not studying and you got more information in your mind that's negative about your circumstance or situation than you have in your mind that's positive, then what does your subconscious mind have to play on? I seek resolutions. I seek solutions. That I realize that that's not everybody, but we're going to talk about it. Matthew 6:34 says this. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow. There's a reason why this wisdom are in these books. Take no thought. This doesn't mean to get up in your life and be reckless and irresponsible. That's not what we're talking about. It says, listen here, take no thought for tomorrow, for the tomorrow shall take thought of the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof. In other words, if you don't learn how to work out what you got going on in the Monday, in this time frame, and you more worried about what's going on in Tuesday or Thursday that ain't even arrived yet, it is going to create an anxiety. It's going to create a frustration. It's going to create a lack that you actually don't even have yet. It's going to create a disappointment that has not even happened yet, but you are thinking about it. And so therefore, your energy is not in today, because God can't be your very present help in the time of trouble because you're not in the present. You're either in the future or you're in the past. And either way, you're not present. And you're not showing up for yourself. You cannot get frustrated about tomorrow because tomorrow has not happened. Is y'all hearing me? This is very important because a part of what I want to talk about today, by definition, worry means to give way. Listen what it says. Worry means to give way to anxiety or unease. Allow one's mind to dwell. To dwell means take residence on difficult or troubles. The reason why you are worrying because you see that problem more than you see your solution. And let me tell y'all something. When it comes to energy, energy does not lie. I don't care how close you are to somebody. I don't care how further away. Energy does not lie. The way you show up for yourself in life and you keep saying you don't have answers. The Bible says have an answer for the hope that's within you. How do you don't know what's going on in your mind? How you don't know why you feel the way that you feel, whether you have a right to feel that way or not. But you can show up very different. You can be like the men say, we're not going to sit here and die. We shall live and not die. It is all a decision. And then I wrote down here so I didn't forget. The serenity prayer. The power of the serenity prayer is having the understanding in today of Monday. I got 24 hours of Monday. I got 12 hours of light. I got 12 hours of dark. Some of you guys right now y'all weigh yourself completely out over what's going to take place tomorrow or 2 days from now, 3 days from now, 5 days from now. Listen, sometimes I've gotten in a situation and they gave me 30 days. I said, child, that's plenty of time. And I'll be up against some stuff, but that's a lot of things can happen in 30 days. In 30 days, I get 30, 24 hours to make something happen, to make it better than it was. You understand? This is why this stuff is important. If you can make in 9 to 10 months, you can make a whole human being and a whole nother legacy. And sometimes some people create twins or triplets. Think about this. When you are sitting there as a grown woman or a grown man and you're not respecting the cycles that you're in and you're extending yourself beyond, you worried about what's going to happen tomorrow or this afternoon to you. It ain't happened yet. Anything can take place to turn that in your favor. Anything, to me, I call it a silent war going on because nobody really knows unless God reveals what's on your mind. Nobody really knows how you feel. And you can put a smile on the outside and you're doing all this conjure, you're doing all this praying, you're doing all these sacrifices, and somewhere in you, there's a war going on. And you're fighting against self. Somewhere you feel you don't deserve whatever justice God may be giving you. I don't know what it is. All I know is that it is universal. And there's a lot of my brothers and sisters out here suffering in silence because they would not expose their way of thinking. What's up, Jelly Sweets? When you back and forth, you frustrating yourself. This is why you hear me say make a decision. This is why I tell you, instead of fearing something, get information about it. Yes, a shark is dangerous. A shark is very dangerous. And certain sharks may not be as dangerous, but I'm using the great white shark is dangerous. But if you have knowledge that the great white shark is if you get in front of the shark, hit it in the nose, because that's a sensitive spot, that shark gonna turn. That's good to know. It doesn't take away the fear or the respect that that's a shark, but the idea that I have knowledge about what I can do and what I can't do. Okay? Like an alligator, you got to run zigzag. Gaining knowledge about what you claim to fear will put you also in a position of power. You are on it, Apostle. I had to remind myself just a few hours ago to be thankful of my daily bread and not to worry about tomorrow. Okay, thank you, baby. Let me explain something, y'all. Every day you wake up conscious, you have to ask yourself, how did I lay down? I woke up this way, but how did I honestly lay down? And some of y'all will not. You take your 24 hours and you go through and with intensity, you focus on every possible negative outcome that you could possibly have. And you wonder why you wake up with fear. Huh? I used to say in my church, and I don't know if Sister Tree's still here. I used to say in my church, if God will bring a one-legged cat to bless me. The cat don't even have to have all four legs. When you believe, no matter how adverse your situation is, that provision belongs to you, and some way, somehow, that I have to understand, it may not come in the morning. It may not come in the wee hours of the morning. My joy may not come in, but it may come in noontime. It may come at 4 o'clock, 4:30. But one thing, God is not a liar. But some of this stuff, I believe that people are creating for themselves. And the more magic you have, the more hell you can create for yourself. Because nobody can control your thoughts and control what you think on. The Bible said, think on those things which are lovely and a good report. Key S. I don't know. That's a typo. It might be yes. I mean, like, every one of us, whether we're earth sign, water sign, fire sign, or air sign, we need to understand our energy. And we have to say, you know what? What am I allowing myself to focus on? It's like a television. The only reason why it's on the cowboy station or the western station, because you got it on there. There's other channels that you can be focused on, but you have not disciplined yourself. And you have not made it a decision that we're not going there. Huh? Sometimes I talk to myself, bro, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Because I always tell people, not only I'm not going to allow somebody else to stop me, I'm also not going to allow me to stop me. Because I have things about me that I have to keep in check on a constant. I have things about my behavior that if I don't keep in check, it'll derail my plans. You understand? I got a temper that I go 0 to 1,000 just like that. And I can't let that temper cause me to go hungry. The Bible said anger rests in the bosom of a fool. I can't have that anger have me out here clowning, doing stuff that ain't appropriate for a person of my age to be doing. Y'all understand? Though nobody can do that for you. You have to utilize these tools. And then when you act like there's yes, I have to check myself several times a day. Let me tell y'all something. Trying to control another human being, that ain't no wisdom. You got a full-time job trying to keep you in check. And somewhere, the reason why the people of God have so much anxiety, either you are not preparing for what you claim you want. That's why you fear. You know what I'm saying? Like when I was a kid, when I knew I did wrong, I was afraid to go home. I had keys to the house. I knew where everything was, but I knew why I was afraid. Some of y'all, something about what you done did or what you think you done did, you fear going home. Home to God in prayer. Home to the Risha. Whatever. I don't know what it is. But I do understand that the only reason why it is magnetized is because you focus on that and you're giving your own chi, your own energy to that thought, to that emotion, and to that scene. Because that's the same way we change circumstances and situations. We speak the thoughts of our mind. God said, my thoughts towards you are good. I'm online and God, no notification, you were live. So happy to see you. Oh, I'm so sorry, Divine Silver. I don't like, hey, well, when you ain't paying for the service, they do what they want to do. You understand? Hey, I pay for my internet, but I don't pay for YouTube. So y'all see how it is. But hey, it is what it is. But thank you for being with us. I want us today to do each other a favor. I have a lot of things for herbs that I take. I'm very big on my Korean ginseng. As a man, I'm very, I tell a lot of the women in my church about Don Ki. It's it helps balance hormones. What's up there, Latadra Jennings, Walker Jr. And when you start understanding what is causing the fear, the more you educate, this is why I believe in studying. I don't care what I go through. I try to get as much knowledge, even in the ATRs, I'm trying to get as much knowledge. Don't mean you're going to get it all, but the more you have an awareness, then you can tackle the problem. The more you get an understanding of what you're dealing with, the more you can assess and adjust yourself accordingly. And all you're getting gets you some understanding. A lot of the fear is because you're not doing the homework. The reason why I'm confident in a lot of my client situation, because I'm the one doing the investigation. I'm the one knowing what can be done from what can't be done. I know where they are. And guess what? That ain't my fault as the practitioner. You should be trying to understand what's going on in your situation so you won't have anxiety about it. The reason why I can have peace, because I know I can use this for that, I can do this for this. Okay, I got time enough to do this. If this don't come through, I can do this over here. Like, I got so many different avenues because I'm studying your situation and I'm investigating your situation. So if this happened, then do this. If that take place, then do that. And so therefore, I have a peace when it comes down to doing work for you. But you don't have no peace because you ain't got up yourself and did the research. You yourself ain't gave yourself the cognizance of knowledge of what that particular herb can do, what that particular Orisha can do, what that particular Loa can do. The more knowledge. Oh, got you, Natasha. My Aquarius. Reading. So when we think about this guy, like I'm being honest with you, I've never had anxiety. I've never had a panic attack. 50 years old. I have problems. I have pressures. I have disappointments. I have setbacks. I have delays. But understanding what I'm dealing with and why I'm dealing with gives me peace. Knowing that if I pray, I'm going to trust gives me peace. Because I don't know what gives you peace. Sometimes people don't get peace until their hands are on the prize or whatever. I don't know. Because everybody different. But I want to talk to you guys, like, what is some of the things that you guys have done when you found yourself, if you've had anxiety, what are some of the things that gave you anxiety? What are some of the things that you think the reason why you had anxiety or you worry so much? And I'm not talking about just worry. I'm talking worry till you make yourself sick. I'm talking about worry till you put yourself in a frenzy. Worry till you upset everybody around you. I'm talking about anxiety to the point that you actually put yourself in a medical arrest. Like you are doing your own root work and conjure against yourself. Like that, like, what is going on about the fear of tomorrow? What is going on about, let me explain something, y'all. The reason why, when it comes to healing, I've seen God move. That gives me peace. Huh? And I always said this. I'm 28 years at UPS. I told my kids this. If I don't have enough faith, I got Blue Cross and Blue Shield. Team care. So if I can't pray my way through, I understand that there's other elements that I can utilize to benefit. I am prone to negative thoughts, keeping my atmosphere at a high frequency and vibration and working with spirits to provide emotional stability. Like Uriel Gabriel, keep me with positive mindset. Thank you, Trey, for sharing that. Being an air sign, wait a minute, okay. Being an air sign and an Aquarius, I constantly have to be working on my mind so I don't get myself. Okay. Prayer, meditation, using ancestors, mental clarity, and help me. All right. Let me tell you, like, when I tell you, like, it's not that I don't have things that I come up with, but I'm constantly thinking about, okay, how can I resolve that? A lot of times, and listen, I don't want nobody to get offended what I'm about to say. When your parents don't teach you life skills are skills that help you deal with things that go on day-to-day life. Huh? When your arm is hurting. When your money is funny. When you going through a relationship breakup. A lot of things that allowed me to get through life is because I got taught how to deal with life, everyday life. Even in magic, you got to have a certain mindset. She said, I meant instant. Got you, sweet. Keith said, wait a minute. Okay, Keith said, I started a garden. I was using it to keep my mind focused on something I can control, but worship music is my go-to to always. Shamar said, I'm working on building a strong positive pillar in me. Let me what are you doing? Like, is it meditation? Is it choosing not to watch certain things? Is it changing how you look at life or look at the situation? One of the things that I did with my kids a lot of times, I always try to open their mind. I never wanted to make the decision for them, but I wanted them to see it from a different perspective. And then that would either diffuse their angst about it or their anger about it, or, you know, like my mom told me that's like when they I had to get supervised visitation. And I was so pissed off about it, I felt insulted. I'm like, I ain't never messed up with no child and all that. Shamari reading, got you, Shamari. And so what my mom did was I ain't gonna say reverse psychology, but it was utilizing. She said to me, instead of you looking at it that way, how about you go show them how good of a father you are? That appealed to me as a Sagittarius. Okay, understanding who you are or who you talking to can actually either help the situation or worsen the situation, and you got to be open to be able to relieve yourself from this worryation, or relieve yourself. Like Keisha was worried about how her outcome was going to be. And I kept telling her, you're going to be all right. Like, you got to trust the person or persons or spirits that you claim to be trusting. And when they say you're going to be all right, no matter what you feel, you start telling your feeling, listen, we're going to be good because my ancestors got us. We're going to be good. I'm going to be, Sando Rabasha, I felt that. And this is the stuff that I like. They're not going to allow me to be put to shame. Let me see if I forgot anybody. Trey said, I have also actively been attacking the situation. Yeah. Yes, I sit quiet and ask God to hear my heart, not my thoughts, and let the music speak for me. Yeah. You have to, what Karen Clark saying this on Secret Place. I don't care who you are, what's going on in your life. You have to have a place of serenity. Like I'm serious about that. As grown as we are, at some place, I don't care if it's a place, you have to have a place where if nothing else calms you down, if nothing else brings you to a place of being grounded, you need to find that place, huh? Keith said, wait a minute. Whoa, y'all chiming, y'all coming in hard. Hold on, I ain't trying to miss out nobody. Mama Susan said, y'all gotta forgive me. I gotta, sometimes when things hit you, you might have a wonderful day, a life, great job, lost in love, one thing, and just not the same. It takes time to get used to that. All right? But what do you do to get your peace? Also, I paint it out. Creating helps me to shift frequency. Okay, I like that. So there's a hobby or something. Okay? I learned what the word says. About situation and meditate on that, and I have learned who I was so that I'll be able to discern my thoughts. Okay, I agree with all that. Prayer helps me to overcome. I'm absorbing the energy of another person. Wait a minute. Being a Cancer, wait a minute. Being a Cancer, Sun, Gemini, I am constantly taking in messages and absorbing energy. Sometimes sometimes my anxiety has nothing to do with me. Oh, I love that right there. Karen Cartwright says that sometimes her anxiety has nothing to do with her. It's still anxiety, but this is what I'm saying. Like Shamar said, my home is my secret place. Some have some have a prayer closet. I got my feet on the ground. Same thing. Yeah. But I like when you are dealing with anxiety, sometimes you can let other people take you into anxiety. Their uncertainty, their inconsistency. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you have to say to yourself, what am I doing? If God is doing so many things in my life, there's a reason why I'm allowing this. There's a reason. Honestly, another thing I do to go back to these lives, and that's because the aggression doesn't bother me. I know that somebody checked me so I can, so the lives help me a lot. Okay, and let me tell y'all something. I study a lot. I don't believe if and I'm gonna say this like this way. You can not like your situation all day long, but there's a saying that came up a couple years ago. They say to know when you know better, you do better. Well, I can't do better if I don't get new information, and I can't do better with that information if I'm trying to do it the same way I used to do it. A lot of times, your approach to everyday life can be incorrect, and you could have taught incorrect behavior on how to see the world. You see everything as a loss. You see everything as let me get this because it's gonna be gone from me. How you show up in life sometimes creates the anxiety or the worryation and the frustration that it's not coming from God, not coming from the devil, not coming from your answer. It's just the way that you are going into things every day, and the methods that you're utilizing to process information is what's got you in anxiety or got you worried. I literally, some of y'all laugh at me when I say, like, when I'm going through certain things and I'm making certain sacrifices for my spirituality or whatever, and the mail lady bring them bills and put them bills in I don't bring them bills in my house. You not finna worry me walking around looking at Home Depot or Macy's or North. You're not, because if I look at it, my mind gonna go to and say, okay, can I do anything about it? I don't need you on my, listen, I used to, what's up there, my Aries? The peace is actually moved, knowing that everything will be all right. Listen, at my job, I know how they get down. And on my job as a UPSer, we have a screen up there that shows us how many stocks we got. And they used to like, Sam, you're not gonna go and see how many stocks. I said, I'm not fit to go and miserate myself this early in the morning. Sometimes some of y'all you creating a problem because you know if once you see that you're gonna be worried about this until it's done. Why I don't do myself like that. I deal with it when I get on my truck. But to go there and actually look at them numbers and know what I've got to be up against. Sometimes y'all don't look at the Weather Channel. Sometimes you don't look at the News Channel. And now before you even leave out your house, you are not in a good mood. All news ain't good news. I got my baby Scorpio saying, also reading the YouTube comments make me feel like I am not alone and we're all fighting the same battle. I agree with that too, baby. It is like a reminder of to be more gentle with others and myself. Like, I want y'all to understand, like, I want to offer on my platform solutions. I don't want to just be able to expose a problem or reveal a problem. I don't want, because everything can't change with positive thinking. Everything can't change because of changing your environment. Sometimes you have to actually figure out who taught you how to show up in this thing called life. Who taught you how to resolve issues, or do you resolve them at all? Who taught you to obsess over things you cannot change? I was very big. Listen, I told you my mom's a Virgo. So I was the type of person, I hate when people lie to me. If they tell me they're going to do something, they don't do it. It just sends me amok, right? I was like that. So my mom taught me this. She said, like when we used to have family cookout, like my family used to party a lot. I think my family used to find reasons to party. But they used to always have some type of cookout, some kind of gathering, whatever. They always cooking and stuff. So there's only certain people that was always doing the cooking, always bringing certain things, right? And so my mom learned from that, and she taught me and my sister. Don't complain about who ain't doing what. Whoever do, let them do it, and that's one less thing you got to do. Don't frustrate yourself with who ain't doing. Some of y'all, because you know that you the one got to always bring the chicken or fry the fish, or you the one that always got to use your grill or use your car. You don't frustrate. Listen, life is precious. That's why y'all hear me say, if you help me, you help me. If you don't, you don't. It is what it is. I'm not fit to overwhelm myself trying to figure out who gonna do right by me, who ain't gonna do right, who gonna help. That's what I mean, how you show up in life. Also, Trey says, stop dealing with certain people, places, and things. Some people just like the variation. And the first, 112% agree with that, Trey. Listen, my mom taught me a lot of good things, but my mom likes to worry. She's a Virgo. Oh, what if this happened? What if that happened? Like, you got to learn how to eat the meat and spit out the bones. Ask yourself, as a water sign, as an air sign, as an earth sign, as a fire sign, how am I showing up in this situation? Is there anything at this moment in these 12 hours of the day, if I'm still in the morning, is there anything that I can do to make it better or more feasible or more accepting? It might not be all I want, but is there anything that I can do right now within my power to make this more susceptible to me? Less frustrating, less aggravating. Instead of just saying it aggravates, what could you do right now to make things better for you? I see you with the UPS pen. Yes, right here. Think about that. When it comes down to your life, I'm talking about everyday situation, especially if you're in financial situation, especially if you're dealing with health problems, especially if you're dealing with relationships, because at the end of the day, life still goes on no matter what you're doing. So how can you make your journey easier? How can you operate? Like, one of the things that I do, because I'm always on the go, I keep a lot of my clothes in my car to keep me from forgetting stuff. I'm always going somewhere doing something. So a lot of stuff I keep my book bag with me. I keep a lot of stuff. Do I forget stuff sometimes? Yes. But I don't a lot of time, because it's already in the car. In that morning, I put everything in the car. So if I get sidetracked or distracted or something happens or whatever, when I drive off, this is in the car, that's in the car, I'm good. Knowing who you are and how you function in life and what you do for a living, it matters that you got your tools. And in a place, easy asset. Have more than one pair of shoes. Have things that can frustrate you. I believe in buying more than one thing, because I'm constantly going, and listen, I got scissors all over the place. I got lighters. Like right now, just right now, because I might come on here this afternoon and not even be here. Right now, I got 3 lighters on my desk. But by the time I get through doing it, it might not be nail lighter. I'll be saying, Mario or brother this or sister this, go get me a lighter. And I'm just saying, knowing yourself, where you're not even frustrating yourself, because you know how you are. Organize your life where it frustrates you less. Spend your money where it's going to count the most. Buy the things that make your life easier. Being a mother, being a father, being spiritually, whatever it is that you do. I believe that if showing up in your life and putting yourself in a situation where things are more conducive for you to have a peace of mind. Oh, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Monique Fofo said, wait a minute. Smith said, preparation is important. I have to make preparation or I will cheat myself. Okay, Monique Fofo says that when you are told by Apostle Ely, it will be okay, understand and know it is true, and try to calm your thoughts, and it is a process. That's true. That's true, Monique. But then it's like, everybody don't bring people peace. You know what I'm saying? Mama Sue said everyone is not the same. Some people get over it. Some people, it takes more time. You saying the same thing, Mother Susan? That sounds like an excuse. I am starting to learn not to allow anger to rise before I blow. up on people. And guess what? That's hard, Aries, because my moon is in Aries. But like I said, I have certain tools around here to help me. Let me tell y'all something. A part of understanding and not being frustrated, like, let me tell y'all something. Some of y'all done allowed the concept of time to that. Now you so far behind time because you done took so much time to try to resolve a situation to it done got behind time, and now you past due. In life, showing up too late is going to mess with your confidence. Being slowful about things that concern you will bring anxiety, will bring frustration. They say they're going to cut my lights off tomorrow. Huh? And instead of me trying to come up with my money, I'm over there with Trey at the club. Why am I knowing I got responsibility over here at the club with Trey? Trey lights going to be on. Trey make more money than me, and he got something to say, and he ain't got no kids. Because some of the stuff y'all be doing just don't make no sense. And when I tell y'all this, I believe that some people in anxiety because you know you didn't do what you were supposed to do when you were young. And now that you old, you know you don't have certain things. You made certain choices that put you in certain situations. And you know it. Let me tell y'all something. I'm not saying that we all cross our T's and dot our I's about everything. Because nobody know it all. But in order to resolve stuff, you cannot give yourself reasons to stay where you are. Because when you don't take care of what you need to take care of today, you're going to have what you left over in today, and you're going to have what, because tomorrow got its own set of rules, regulations, and situations. This is how a lot of people get behind and stay behind. And then they get frustrated and aggravated, and then that's why all these other emotions come in. What are you doing? Or do you manage your time well? Do you think time management even matters? Do you manage your finances well? Do you give time? Do you create a lot of problems and give a little prayer? I pray constantly. I'm constantly doing some kind of work because when things are going on, I'm either doing some work inside or outside to keep myself at peace, because I know at the very least I done refreshed everything. I got everything popping, so it is what it is. I am starting to do. Oh, I said that. I wish my family would have taught me life skills. I am one learning and teaching them, and I am the youngest. Let me tell y'all something. It matters. Like my mom, my mom knew that I had, like, she knew my ailments that I had. She knew the ailments of my sister, and my mom always had, and she knew hers. And in her medicine cabinet, she always had what she needed. And she used to tell me this. She said, my nickname Pee-wee. She said, Pee-wee, because I used to drive my car down till it just went out of gas. That's how I used to do it. And she used to tell, because I had kids at the time, she said, you never know if you got to get up early in the morning and take your child to the hospital and mess around, have to stop for gas. And that could be your child's life. Always be, you never know what's going to happen. Keep your car on full. I learned that as a child. All I'm telling you guys, that maybe you just did not grow up in a house that they clothed you, they fed you, they chastised you, but they did not teach you how to deal with life and everyday life situations and told you why. Now, did I do everything that I was taught from my mother, my grandmama? No, I did. But I did a lot of it, and then when I got older and realized the value of it, I started applying it at that point. At some point in juncture, you got to acknowledge, say, you know what? Maybe the reason why I keep finding myself in anxiety because I look at stuff the wrong way. I always feel like somebody attacking me or somebody making me do something. I always feel like if I don't do it, it can't be done. Because that can bring you anxiety. Shamari for a reading. I got you, Shamari. I got Shamari down for cancer reading. I'm not here to throw off on nobody. I'm just trying to tell it is too many people that say they know God or spirit that's in anxiety. They're worried. And they're utilizing their situation to magnify it above or what ancestor or spirit can even do. The reason why I keep having the outcomes that I have, because I know behind the line that God gonna work it out. Spirit answer, y'all didn't bring me this far to leave me. I know that. No, I don't see my way today or to this afternoon. But don't mean by this evening it ain't worked out. Do you believe that all things truly work together for your good? That's already seared in my mind. Do you just have information, or do you believe what you read or you hear? You understand? Because you can repeat something back to me, but do you believe the words that are coming out of my mouth? Those are two different things. You can comprehend what I'm saying, and then you can turn around and not even believe it. Stay ready so you don't have to get ready. I know that's right. I don't believe that a lot of you guys took out the time, or your parents didn't take out the time, or your spiritual leader, like, okay, why do I do root work? What do I do root work for? Why do I do voodoo? Why do I do Santeria? Why do I do Lukumi? Like, you can have everything you need and still die of thirst. You got water all around you and still die of thirst. That's so true. After unpacking some family trauma, I realized that it was never about me. So I took in the projections, thinking that they were about me, and it was never about me. I felt so lifted. Come on, Natasha Foster, cash that for. I got you, Minister Ma. I got Natasha Foster for a reading, and I was trying to get some feedback in here. Okay. All right. Well, I hope this helped. I thank you guys for interjecting and being on and sharing information back and forth on this social media, because we got too many people that are in Christianity and in Ifa and Voodoo and Santeria, and they're full of angst. They're full of doubt. They're full of work, and that's not what the sciences are there for. All right, and then we got my Aries, Rakeem. Keen reading, Aries. Keith said, yes, Shamaria, I had to forgive my parents. Let me tell y'all something. When you get out here in real life, you're going to know if somebody gave you the right tools, the wrong tools, or no tools at all. And every day you wake up, if you didn't learn it from home, you should be trying to learn it from somebody. And if somebody willing to teach you life skills when you grown, you count that as an honor and a privilege, because people don't have to teach you nothing. My mom always said people don't owe you nothing. When somebody do something for you as a grown man or grown woman, that's a blessing, because a lot of that stuff was supposed to come from home, because they were living a life before you got here. And so therefore they should have been sharing how they make it and what to do and what not to do. That's what I did with my kids. And I had my kids when I was young. But I was taught before I left home. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to light of my eyes concerning Natasha. Where's my Natasha? So you'll know I'm going to read for you, babe. Natasha Foster, my Aquarius. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Natasha Foster. Natasha Foster. That which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes. What is it that this Aquarius needs to focus on? Let me tell y'all something. Trying to sympathize with people can keep people in certain bad. I remember I came to my mom. I'm for the read for Natasha. I came to my mom about a relationship situation, and I said I was hurt, and she listened to me. And after listening to me, she said, "You're not hurt. Your ego bruised because you feel offended." See, you got to know be around people that ain't gonna just let you tell them anything. That they know you enough to be able to tell you the truth. All right, Natasha Foster. Here we go. And your shadow card comes up. Looks can kill. Protection from the ego. You are focused on protecting yourself from envy and jealousy. That is the focus. Aleph Lamed Deled. It said, my own potential to cast the evil eye of others diminished. A shield of positive energy surrounds me, providing protection from negative glances, looks of envy, and mean-spirited intentions of others. Make sure you guys also do, if you don't know, your diet, how you eat, the type of food you eat, what you digest, also is energetically affects your life. You are what you eat. That's a real thing. I don't care if you practice Ifa, Voodoo, Santeria, or no hoodoo at all. You are what you eat. Aquarius. Oh, I like this coming up for her. Listening to your soul. She just said a minute ago that she was talking to herself. All right, soul talking. Nun mem. It said the whispers of my soul and divine countenance of the light are heard loud and clear. I know what I have to do, and I am willing and prepared to do what it takes to get it done. I like that coming out for Aquarius. This is somebody that has accepted the responsibility for their life and their ashe and is willing to do what it takes. I like that. And look at this card coming up. The depth of death is in your outcome card. Basically, you shedding a lot of dead skin, a lot of old issues. This is good for Aquarius. This is Natasha, you've been doing a lot of self-searching for this card to come up for Aquarius. This is not easy for an Aquarius. Aquarius, sun, moon, or rising. Nun Yud Tav. It said, I now focus my attention and meditate on total conviction and certainty upon the absolute demise of the angel of death once and for all. This is saying killing off issues that do not serve you. Peeling off dead skin. Anything that is not serving, has not bringing life. This is what this card is saying. And this coming up for an Aquarius, this means you've been doing a whole lot of inner truth going on. I still would do Psalm 27 though. All right, Shamari, where you at, babe? I wouldn't. I like that, Shamari. That's true. After Shamari, yeah, but it's showing up in your energy. It's showing up in your cards. And y'all know I believe it might be hard, but it's worth it. It ain't nothing easy, but it's worth it. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bring it to the light of my eyes concerning Shamari, the Cancer, Shamari, Shamari, the Cancer. What is it that this Cancer needs to be focused on? You are quite welcome, darling. What is it this Cancer needs to be focused on? Shamari, the Cancer. Woo! Look at here for my Cancer. Shamari, your shadow card comes up. Miracle making. Samet Yud Tet. It said, I free myself from all selfishness, envy, anger, self-pity. Ooh, this is a doozy in shadow. By rejecting these negative temptations, being tempted by these emotions, Shamari. It said, I am free to invoke the name, thereby igniting the power of miracles in my life. Basically, what this card is saying, showing up in shadow and reflection for Cancer, this card has a lot to do with you not getting in your own way for certain things to come to pass. But it's really talking about manifesting miracles in your life. This is why I want you to really focus on that. This is like the new moon. This is stuff that you are germinating in the dark that is going to eventually be exposed in the light. In other words, whatever emotion that you are harboring on the inside, that energy or that frequency is going to birth something, and whatever it is going to show up in your life. And so make sure that you are rejecting any type of negativity or negative emotion, or harnessing or harping or obsessing over a negative energy, because you don't want to birth it into your reality. Okay? And then Great Escape 4. What's up there? Yeah, I just got my phone, left the phone place, get my phone together. My phone has been tripping. Just got it done about an hour ago. But I do apologize, but I will get back with you. Apologize to you, Madam Oshun. Actually, both of them lines are messed up. I said they didn't want me to rise, Madam Oshun. My phone with that. The man said, I ain't never seen nothing like that. I said, me neither. I thought it was me. He said, no, it ain't you. Lamed Aleph Vav. It said, this name brings the greatest of all freedoms, the escape from my own ego-based desires, selfish inclinations, and the me-first mentality that ultimately causes pain in my life. In their place, I gain life's true and lasting gifts, family, friendship, and fulfillment. This card keeps showing up for you, Shamari. And I'm going to say this. As you grow, your greatest freedom is not getting in your way. And things really moving for you and manifesting for you. And Cancer is about all of these things that is in your card. And that's what's going on right now. Getting you true family, true friendship, and fulfillment in your life. That's in your present card. This right here, I feel like this is when you stay true to what you want. No matter what the outcome looks like. Because at the end of the day, know that God going to do what he say or she say. I like to say he or she. And then look at this Cancer. DNA of the soul. That's your outcome. Aleph, Kaf, Aleph. It said, with this name, I receive nothing less than the full impact of the forces of creation. I restore meaning into my life that often feels meaningless and purpose to a world that often appears aimless. Order returns, structure emerges, and everything is tidied up. This card has a lot to do with getting things clean. Let me see what she said. That's a wild card. What? Well, I guess I'm glad she said that. I ain't the only one. I ain't never experienced some of this stuff that I'm dealing with right now. I said, these people are tripping. I'm glad you said that. And this is, I also like this platform because we start realizing that you ain't the only one in the water dealing with crazy stuff. And sometimes you could be going through so much that you think it's an isolated incident when it's happening to a lot of God's people. We need to stay more prayed up now going into this year. And I'm going to say this to Shamari. This has a lot to do with restoration for you this year. It has a lot to do with things being restored and balanced and structure being in your life. This is so important. My Lord. I hear you, Madam Oshun. I'm like, this crazy. But we will overcome. We Sagittarius. Rakeem, where you at? Where's my Aries? I know that's right. I've been putting it down. Y'all should see the stuff I've been doing today. I'm not going to give him no space. Not in my mind, not in my heart, not in my home, not around, not even with Shango. I'm throwing stuff all out there where he be at. I can't do it. I'm not giving you no room to operate in my life. Rakeem, where you be at? That's my Aries. He'll get going in a minute. Let's see. Where you be, Rakeem? But I hope if you guys like me personally for anxiety, I might pronounce it wrong. Ginkgo for the mind, the brain. Lavender. Turmeric, ginger. I actually got one. Oh, there you go. I actually got one of my spiritual sons to get me some figs that I was gonna do some conjure with when he bring those. All right. Yeah, we stay in the cemetery. I'm going there today when I get off this live. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee that which is in the dark, bringing to light of my eyes concerning Rakim the Aries. Rakim the Aries. Rakim the Aries. That which is in the dark, bringing to the light of my eyes. And let me tell y'all something. The purpose of doing cleansing is to get energy off of you. But a lot of times, a lot of us done left ourselves open where they done the damage. Now, I'm going to use my teeth as an example. When I was younger, I got a gold on my teeth. So my dentist had to shave my tooth and put the gold on, right? Took it off, right? So, now, many years later, I'm getting things taken care of. And now, I have to get crowns on those teeth. But it does not negate the fact that I damaged my teeth. Sometimes you don't let the enemy come in and stay too long. Sometimes you took too long to address certain enemies. Sometimes you allow people to stay in your ear too long. So they done damage certain levels of your mental capacity to believe, to trust. And sometimes people don't drop certain things that they say that an enemy have done it. Some people that don't sold certain things, you don't let them hang around you to the point they have sold certain things in your life and it's taking root and it's growing in your life. And they've been gone many years ago. But what they left behind, you've been nurturing ever since because you allowed them to germinate in your field, in your mind, in your emotion, in your heart. And you have to tell the truth to yourself. No, I got all that stuff here. I got it all here today. I got everything here today. Because I had to get your good address. Your new address. I ain't going to lie. Rakim, focus Aries on healing. Which that's what you saying you was working on anyway. But it comes up in your shadow. Rakim. Mem He Shin. It said the power of this name brings the energy of healing at its deepest and most profound levels of being, because I can now accept full responsibility of my present condition, and because I use my energy to concentrate on others who are also in need of healing. This card right here is talking about focusing on getting yourself together. This card is talking about at the deepest level. This is like a deep tissue massage, so to speak, and taking responsibility of your present condition. They want you to focus on the now. And then your middle card talks about praying, dialing God. It's a spiritual card for Aries. Lamed Va Va. It says, using this name, I can activate direct dial to God. I take in the name, I dial, I connect. My truest prayers are answered at the speed of light. Whatever you pray for in this season right here, Rakim, this says that it's going to move very fast. So I would ask for things that really matter. And as my son like to say, a game changer. Make sure whatever you're asking for is a game changer that betters your life. And then your outcome, ooh, look at that. Aries comes and says, stop fatal attraction. By making the changes and the healing, you're going to stop attracting people to those broken places in your life, or those places where you have certain issues. I ain't going to put it out there. Certain issues that you're going through, that you're not attracting people with them same issues to keep that issue in your life. This says, Yud, Yud, Yud. I am able. It said, I am the high priest in my own temple of being. Through the power of this name, my soul is endued with divine energy, and evil people are banished from my presence. This is the outcome. Whatever ain't good for you, people that are there for you, those people will be, especially going into further into the year, those people, you're going to lose those people. And don't feel any kind of way about that, because if they're not serving the purpose, they don't need to be there. Feel that. Are we all good, Minister Mario? Is there anybody else? Incense burn or card reading before I go? Make sure we good. Brazo Forte. Well, that's after 6 o'clock. It's Apollo. And if guys, when you get off it, if you have any advice for people that are dealing with anxiety, make sure you comment it on the video after we get off this line, because there's a lot of people going through anxiety. I don't have all the answers for everybody. I feel like all of us have been down certain paths and certain situations, and that we can help certain people with better life skills, and so they can be making better decisions and not always praying to get out of something and praying to be delivered from something because just very poor choices, or just not operating in their season, or very poor at either being a good steward or in time management. Knowing how to maneuver out here in these spiritual streets is important. Minister Mario, are we all good? All clear? You sent a cash app. Serenity, what's your zodiac sign? Serenity. Aries said, thank you, on point. Like a joint. I like that metaphor. I like that metaphor. I like that metaphor. Have a good day, my Aries. I'm waiting on Serenity 032 to show me what's the zodiac for Serenity. Your zodiac sign. I don't need your name. Libra, okay. Hear these words which I speak as I call to thee. Open my eyes that I may see that which concerneth. Serenity 023. The Libra. Serenity 023. The Libra. Energy. That which is in the dark, bring into the light of my eyes concerning this Libra. What is Serenity 032 need to focus on? What is it going on in the life of this Libra that this Libra needs to focus on? I felt that. All right, let's see what's going on with my Libra. All right. Now, first of all, Libra, your shadow comes up is eliminating negative thoughts. Thank you, Aries. Ayin Lamed Mem. It says, I am now switching off the destructive thoughts that emanate from my ego. In the space that I have opened, a gentle radiance of spiritual light appears. This card right here is just basically talking to Libra from shadow of focus on the type of thoughts and that they're concentrating on. And the reason why I say this is because we live in an age of Aquarius and you're air sign, you manifest the energy through the way that you think, because that's the whole purpose about cardinal is the birthing of an idea, birthing of an image. This is important. They want you to make sure that your mind is on something positive, because if you don't watch it, whatever light you're in, whether it's light of darkness or light of light, it is going to appear in your life. They want you to focus on what's going on in your mind so you can switch off or cast down those imaginations. I think this is going to benefit this Libra real strong. Sweeting judgment, Libra. And this time this card come up, that means some people talking about you. And this is like when the scripture said that every tongue that rises up against you in judgment, you're being judged. Even though you're the judge, the balance, you're being judged by people. It says, Yud Lamed Hey. It says, through meditation upon the sequence and the genuine penitence in my heart, I can lessen or revoke judgment set forth against me. I meditate to offer forbearance and compassion to others. Basically, when you're trying to do good to other people, but other people are passing very negative opinion, but in those opinions right now, they're going to be condemned. I don't know necessarily what your prayer life is, but this right here showing up basically saying that whoever has been speaking ill of you, whether around you or close to you, they're going to be exposed very shortly. What they put out is going to come back to them. And then you got healing for Libra. Mem He Shin. And this is in your outcome card. So whatever is going on here, this is about you being healed from the actions of other people, and also not to be negative or sometimes I use the word jaded or scorned through the things you've been through. There's a word that I use normally, I got from another preacher, and she said the enemy can't get you in the storm, they'll try to get you by the storm, which means don't allow the residue of your situation to make you bitter. It said the power of this name brings the energy of healing at its deepest and most profound levels of being, because I now accept full responsibility of my present condition. This is mean that you're going to take authority, take control over where your life is headed. It said, and because I use my energy to concentrate on others who are also in need and help those that help you. It's all about reciprocity. Do good to them that do good to you. If there's not a reciprocation of ashe or chi or support, you're wasting time in 2023. But y'all know I don't tell y'all what to do. I just give you the insight what the Spirit give me. All right. Where are we at? We good? Don't forget, guys, to comment up under this video. So you never know who you're going to help. There's a lot of people that never comment, but they listen to my videos and they listen and read those comments. I really think they will help you out a great deal if we start sharing how to help people deal with anxiety. And it's not just all this positive thinking. It's actions, herbs, diet, association, renewing minds, getting knowledge about what is unknown unto you, so you can be at peace with or take action that can bring you the peace. You're welcome, Serenity 032. All clear. All right, guys. I'll see you guys a little later on tonight. All right. Much love. Peace.